Earlier this month, football authorities in Senegal opted to complete the country's top 2 leagues in November under a new hybrid system rather than cancel the season as a whole. But the proposal has not gone down well in the West African nation. Mohamed Abubakar tells us more.
When the COVID-19 pandemic put an end to all sporting activity in Senegal mid-March, the country's professional football league opted not to end the top 2 divisions. Instead, it settled on a new round-robin system to rank teams for the upcoming 2020-2021 season once play resumes in November. The decision fell in line with CAF's deadline to member federations to settle the fate of their domestic leagues, but it has not been widely accepted in Senegal so far.
The decision is highly questionable because it raises more problems than provides solutions. In other countries, they have taken the decision to stop the championships and have moved on already. It is now much more likely that the championships will be cancelled for reasons related to the evolution of the pandemic. Social distancing is hard to apply in our football. For example, if I, as a club manager, have to travel to a match with a 27-seater bus, it means I must rent a second bus in the name of social distancing. Where will I get the money?
The wise decision would have been to declare this season a blank here in Senegal. We have already played 13 match days and there are about 4 months left before the end of the season, not counting fixtures outside the league, which I don't think is possible. If the cancellation had been recorded, I don't think it would have affected rankings because it would have been easier to explain this season by choosing the best clubs from last season. It would have been easier because the club that was leading last year could easily prepare for African competitions.
Under the new rules, the top 7 teams after matches played so far will face each other in one pool, as will the bottom 7, in order to settle playoffs and relegation. The leagues would therefore be completed after all teams just play 6 matches, rather than the 13 remaining under the original plan. A transfer window would also be opened a month before the start of competitions. Even with the prospects of a return to football, questions remain for the National Fan Committee, Ale Kassa.
We must think about protecting the players. They cannot play without touching each other, whereas one of the key measures against the pandemic is social distancing. This health crisis will have a major impact on football. We as fans feel cramped because we are far from the atmosphere in the stadiums. But this crisis has also prompted us to redirect our sporting commitment towards a civic commitment by participating in awareness raising.
There may be a ray of hope for fans, however, after an emergency committee meeting of Senegal's Football Federation was called for early July to determine whether the leagues could resume earlier than November following the easing of lockdown measures in the country. Mohamed Abubakar, CGTN.